Happy Saturday, August 8th, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Screen Players News, which is where we cover news and rumors on PlayStation and Xbox. Before we go ahead, I am very aware that you might not be interested in every single topic that I'll be covering on today's video, but fear not. Have a look at the timeline and you'll notice that it's a little fragmented. You can click exactly on the part of the video that you'd like to watch. And by the way, I actually do this on every single one of my videos for future reference. Lots of minor news and one event this week, and we'll start with Xbox. We already knew that Xcloud will be part of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, coming at no extra cost for those users. But Microsoft has now confirmed that this will happen on September 15th. Microsoft has not clarified, though, if Game Pass for Xbox and Game Pass for PC users can benefit of the service and how much will it cost. In a past interview, Phil Spencer did promise a little bit more clarity on the subject come August, and I hope this wasn't just it. Also, unfortunately, Xcloud will only work on Android devices, which is a little bit of a bummer because I would have liked the option of using it on PC. You know, I don't necessarily want to install every single game on my PC. Microsoft discontinued iOS support, and this is because Apple's very strict App Store policies go in direct contrast with what game streaming apps offer. The issue here is that Apple wants to be able to review every single game or in-app purchase present inside an app on the App Store. So obviously this does complicate things quite a bit for services such as Xcloud, with tons of games in there. And as you would imagine, this is precisely why Google Stadia and Nvidia GeForce Now are actually not present on iOS. As an iPhone owner, I'm not gonna lie, this is a pain in the neck, and I hope Apple does open up to these kind of services and apps fairly soon. I doubt it though. I mean, just think about how long it took for Xbox and PlayStation controllers to be usable within iOS. By the way, iOS users, if you want to be able to stream AAA games directly on your iPhone or iPad, well, today's your lucky day as there is a loophole. Have you ever heard of Shadow Tech? Shadow offers a service where you rent a super powerful PC on the cloud, and then you can install whatever games you want on that PC, right? From Steam, Epic, whichever other store you use. All of these to be able to stream that PC and thus those games on whichever device you own. They pretty much have an app for everything: iOS, Mac OS, Windows, Android. Not sure about Linux, but probably yes. I have been a user for Shadow for about a year and a half now, and the service works well. Give it a go and maybe let me know in the comments section down below. Moving on, last Tuesday, Sony published the results for Q1 2020. As expected, the current unfortunate worldwide situation we find ourselves in actually did prove remunerative for digital services, included video game sales. Sony reports a staggering plus 32% on its gaming and network division year on year. Hardware sales, though, are down 50% roughly, but that's to be expected. You know, PlayStation 5 is literally around the corner now. Overall, PlayStation 4 sales tops 112.3 million units worldwide. The only PlayStation console that did better is the PlayStation 2 with 155 million units sold worldwide. In terms of software sales, this Q1 2020, 91 million of PS4 games were sold, and 18.5 million of which are Sony's own first-party games. By contrast, this period last year, 49.8 million PS4 games were sold in total, of which 11.7 were Sony's first-party games. The Last of Us 2, by the way, did sell 4 million units alone. Interestingly, for the first time round, Sony disclosed the amount of monthly active PSN users. That is 113 million, and they will continue to disclose this number for every future quarter report. In my opinion, this signals that Sony, albeit in a slower fashion than Microsoft's, is putting a little bit more focus on subscription sales and software digital sales, thus preparing the ground for the future. And we had a state of play this past Thursday. The show was at 10 p.m. here in the UK, so this is why this video comes out on Saturday, because I had to record it on Friday morning, so apologies for the delay on that. Anywho, a lot of people were really upset about the show, and I actually find these very strange. Ladies and gents, Sony was crystal clear about what to expect from the show. When announcing the event via the PlayStation blog, Sid Schumann did set the expectations straight. The post did highlight how we wouldn't see much PlayStation 5, specifically no prices, pre-orders, or dates for PlayStation 5 hardware, as well as no games or updates from Sony's own PlayStation studios. I did a prediction video on Wednesday about what we would have seen, and this was for my Italian channel, as I felt that in my home country, a lot of that message got lost in translation. Anywho, I had predicted Crash Bandicoot 4 to be there, and in fact, it was. No surprises, I wasn't expecting it as the first thing though. It looks really fun, I really like the gameplay, it was a good chunk of it as well. Anyway, I had no doubts about purchasing that game, but I feel that if you maybe were on the verge a little bit, maybe that sold it. Let me know in the comment section down below. The rest of the show was mainly about minor indie games coming to PlayStation 4 or 5 alike. We got to see Spelunky 2, by the way, which looks really good, and that's coming out on September 15th. Among the rest of the indie stuff, I particularly liked Genshin Impact, which kind of looks like an action RPG with cool weapons and soundtrack, as well as the Pathless that gave me some serious Shadow of the Colossus vibes. We also got to see two very cool additions to the PlayStation VR offer. Hitman 3 is coming July 2021, and all locations for the trilogy will be playable in VR. This is huge, guys, and I honestly hope more games start offering these kind of VR content. Star Wars Vader was the second VR title shown at the event. What can I say? As a Star Wars fan, I am really happy about this also. Seriously, kudos to Sony for adopting the VR tech early on. Sony closed the show by showing us a large chunk of gameplay for GodFall. To be completely honest, I'm not enthusiastic about this one. Doesn't look like the kind of game that I like to play, but if this is a title that is right up your alley, then I would assume you appreciated the thorough showcase of gameplay mechanics. Personally, the highlight of the show was the Altered World Events DLC for Control. I love that game, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that DLC. Plus, yay, Alan Wake. And ladies and gents, this is it for today. Remember, Angie, Jazz, and I stream our Screenplayers podcast every Tuesday at 6 p.m. UK. You'll find us on Twitch, and it's always good to have some interaction in there, so please stop by, drop in, and say hello. Also, I stream The Last of Us 2 on my personal Twitch channel every day at 7 p.m. UK time. I feel like I've got about 7 or 8 hours left of gameplay, so I might be streaming a little bit more, but if you played this game already, because, you know, there are spoilers, why don't you come and pay a visit and we talk about some random stuff, and you also get to help me with the game. I get stuck a lot. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and as usual, happy gaming!